Guys, welcome back to Patch.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we got a big review for you. We're reviewing the Logitech G915 keyboard.
Boom shaka.
Now this thing's sick. They got a low profile on this, guys.
Look at that. That's how low profile it is. It's a full-size keyboard. It's very big and has a very big price tag. It comes in at $250.
$250 retail. Well, there's the G518, which is pretty much the wired version of this, for $200. But still, at that point, you may as well spend the extra 50 bones, get the wireless. It's actually really nice. So you were typing notes on your iPad, right?
Yes.
Stuff like that. It helps to have that Bluetooth connectivity.
Yes.
Being able to do that is very nice.
If you guys want to get it, we'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the bottom. So on the bottom, there are 3 rubber feet actually on the bottom here. And then there are extendable feet here on the top. There's 2 angles. There's a 4-degree angle one and then an 8-degree angle one. And it's nice that you have, adjustability for 2 angles.
No 6-degree angle though. Really disappointed on that one.
Exactly.
Missed opportunity.
And of course, if you want, you can just lay it flat. I feel like, I don't know, I like it to be a little angle. I like having it on the 8-degree one.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't used to like an angle, but now I can't go without it almost.
You get older, that's what happens. Or
you
you're
protect
old.
the wrists.
And also the feet are quality.
Yeah, they're nice.
You guys hear that? It's just like a really strong, it snaps in place. It's a really strong click. It doesn't feel flimsy or anything. It feels very, very well made.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're gonna pay $250, the quality should be there.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on to the body. You have a solid aluminum chassis, and it's very, very thin, like we just mentioned. And what do you think?
So it's interesting. I get the whole low profile thing that we're going for with this. And the feel of like the aluminum chassis is nice. You feel the metal and it's like cold. Like it's like quality.
Yes.
Which is nice. But I think because of the battery, which we'll get into a little bit later, would have been nice to have a bigger battery under here and just kept it to a regular size sort of chassis on there. But
what does that do though? Like, why do you need a thin keyboard? Like, that doesn't really. Yeah, I get it if it's like really, really thick, but like, just a regular size keyboard, why do you need it so thin? But I guess it's just looks. If you like, it looks cool, I guess. But that's one thing.
Own.
Yeah. As far as the bezels go, this is a very big keyboard. Like my glorious GMMK full-size keyboard is actually a little bit shorter, like sideways, because we have an extra column of macro keys here on the left. But I found that it doesn't really matter because it's on the left. When I'm gaming, coming from like a 60% or like a TKL to a full-size keyboard, your hands are a lot wider apart. That did take some getting used to for me, because it's like so wide. I came from a 60%. But coming from a full-size keyboard to this, you should be fine because basically the length from a full-size keyboard to this is the same, even though this is a wider keyboard.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to like a full-size keyboard from this, but like I switched onto this and I was trying it out and literally I kept smashing my mouse into the side of it because I'm so not used to having the extra, like the number pad, the arrow keys, everything on there.
Yeah, it's very wide.
It's a thick boy. It's definitely a thick boy keyboard.
Yes.
But you do get used to it. Obviously, that's not everyone is going to have that issue. That's just me forgetting that I have a full-size keyboard again.
Also, the bezels aren't very thin. It's like, they have a lot of extra space everywhere here, especially on the left corner here. Here where the caps lock and battery indicators are, there's a lot of space. I feel like they didn't really do a very good job of trying to save space, but it is a full-size keyboard, so you can't really complain. Alright, so like I mentioned, as far as the keys goes, we have 5 extra keys for your macros, if you want to bind them to something. And then of course here on the top left, we have 3 profiles, so you can have up to 3 profiles of like, your RGB and stuff like that.
So you've got your light speed sensor here, which will connect it, your Bluetooth button to pair it to a different device. You've got your game mode option, which basically is to disable the Windows key, functions like that. And then you've got your lighting modes on here to dim or brighten up the lights, which does make a difference as far as the battery life goes, because this is a wireless keyboard optionally. Without the lights, you get crazy. Like I've looked, it was like 58% charge, and I turned the lights off, and it was like 600 hours of battery, and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, but once you turn it on, it goes to like 30 hours of battery life. Also, there are 4 brightness controls, so you can, there's 4 brightnesses that you can go to. Of course, to the right of that, you have a caps lock indicator and a battery indicator. When this battery indicator turns on, you have low battery. And of course, I really, really like this volume rocker. It's smooth. And it's just super easy to just, I love it.
I forgot it was like to have a volume rocker on the thing. It's actually so convenient.
And of course, you do have media controls as well, right below the volume rocker. And then, of course, you have a numpad.
No, there's the thing though. I don't like the rubber buttons on there. They feel just weird because you can press them down from like all these different angles and it doesn't like press directly down. I feel like those could have been done a little bit better on there, but honestly just nitpicky.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't feel like crazy premium with that, but I mean, I didn't really notice it. You're not gonna press these all the time, you know? Alright, another thing I did notice is when the actual RGB lights are off, the keys are very stealthy, you know? So like you can't really see the actual letters on the keycaps, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it looks like it's all black, you know? So like when it was kind of dark and then I had the RGB off, I couldn't really see the keys. So I was like, oh, what the heck's going on, you know? So that's just a little thing that I noticed. Also, the keycaps are very low profile. You know, you see how thin those are? Look at that.
Yeah. So the keycaps on here feel really nice, even though they're not your regular like full-size keycap. They're these low profile versions. The switches on there though are what's interesting. Yes. So it's a different type of switch. And we'll have close-ups going on this, but it feels really nice.
Yes.
Which is what I was concerned about, because I'm like, you know, I'm one of those guys that's like, I really like to try stuff new with mechanical keyboards. I like my mechanical keyboards, and that's how I like it. But this felt real nice. I mean, like the clicks on there, just like
the clicks. So this is the clicky. So I got the clicky version, and it's not like too loud or too annoying compared to the other clicky switches that I've tried. So that's a good thing. And of course, since it's so low profile, the travel distance doesn't seem as much as your regular keyboards. You know,
the font on the keycaps is really solid. You can see the glow it glows right through it, so there's no issues there. But yeah, all the keycaps feel really nice. Feels quality. Again, you're getting quality with this. I mean,
you better be
$250.
Exactly.
I don't know about that, but it is quality.
And also, as far as the switches go, there is a little bit of button wobble, but nothing too crazy. And you know, if you're just typing, you don't really feel it. It's only when you like kind of really want to move it, then you do feel it. Alright, as far as Bluetooth and connection goes, this does have Bluetooth enabled, so you can connect it to your phone, your iPad, which is what I did. I was typing notes on here with my iPad, which was actually really cool. It's super easy to do. You just press the Bluetooth button, and if you want to go back to your computer, and then you press this button here, and then you can go straight back to your Lightspeed connector here.
Which, by the way, the latency on that is like, it's crazy good. Like there's like no latency on that. Like I was playing games like, for example, like Osu, where like if you click and it's like a couple milliseconds late, like you'll notice. And like I didn't notice it at all, which is weird because I will usually notice something like that if it's off a little bit, but I had no issues when it was paired via the Lightspeed connector.
Yes.
So good job to them on that one.
And they do give you this pretty nice braided cable.
Dongles,
yes. So you just connect this to your computer, and then once you have the Lightspeed connector connected to this, you don't have to worry about anything. But then, of course, the keyboard is going to run on battery, so if it does run on a battery, you just unplug this and then you just connect your keyboard and then it charges. Pretty convenient, but it is a micro USB connector, and Lucas hates
I don't
them.
appreciate that. Now, some improvements that we think could be made to this, A, are going to be battery life, and then B, I was thinking it would be really cool to have like a magnetic charger on this.
Yes.
Right? Just like pop it on there.
$250.
Like a magnetic sort of fast charger.
Yes.
On there. Or USB-C. I mean, come on, get with the times. Let's stop using micro USB, please. Alright, so the software, we're using their G-Hub software, which is fully customizable. You got your macro keys on there, which you can rebind. You can change up your game mode a little bit. There's all sorts of way to customize this, and it's no complaints as far as the software goes. It's something we sort of brush over a little bit, because software, not too important. It's really the matter of how it performs.
Yes.
But the customization options are all within the software, which you actually don't have to install, which is nice.
Is it worth it for $250? That's a little expensive, especially like, I really don't see how a wireless keyboard would be better than a wired one. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want a really clean looking setup or something, but it's not a big deal. And a lot of people just like to customize, and get like their own, cable, and connect it to the keyboard. So $250. I mean, it's a great keyboard. I love the wireless feature, I guess, and the ability to connect it to other things with via Bluetooth. But $250 is pretty expensive.
Yeah. So I would say at the end of the day, it's a good keyboard, but I would pay $150 tops for it.
Yes.
Really.
Yeah.
$150 seems like the right price for something like this. because it is cool. It's got the light speeds, the light speed and all that, but it's wireless. I mean, it's just $250, very steep.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, you can get other keyboards for like $100-$150, and then you know, you can customize the keycaps, you know, and all that, get different switches or whatever. Yeah, so that's the Logitech G915 wireless keyboard review. If you guys want to get it, again, we'll leave links below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you in the next one.